Golden Radio Hour.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop? The Twilight Zone.
The address?
Yep, 2719, Ye Old Curiosity Shop. This is it.
Oh, officers, I'm so glad you're here.
You the one who called, ma'am?
That would be my husband. Jensen, the detectives are here.
How do you do?
Mr. Brown, what seems to be the problem?
Appalling. Absolutely appalling.
They broke in through the storeroom. That was the first thing we saw this morning. The back door off its hinges. My husband almost had a heart attack.
All right, take it easy. Was anything missing?
A number of items, I should say. The sense of violation. Our entire stock will have to be re-inventoried.
For the insurance, you know. Quite a number of items, a large number.
Well, then I guess we'll have to take some pictures. Dust for prints.
I consider it a personal invasion. The complete and utter disregard for boundaries for one's private space.
You folks have a list of what was taken?
Oh, we wouldn't know where to begin. So many things.
A Queen Anne chest.
What was in it?
I don't know. We could never get it open. I was going to have a key made.
Hard to say what could have been in it. Almost anything. Jewels, family heirlooms. We bought it as is at an estate sale.
What else?
A Louis XIV washstand.
Our pride and joy.
2 antique children's chairs. 5 vases.
6, Ming Dynasty.
2 hand-carved teakwood cigarette cases with platforms.
Approximate value?
$100.
He means 200.
A tray of rings, 3 sapphires, 3 rubies, 3 emeralds.
All genuine?
Well, the rubies are actually...
All genuine. And there was a 19th century silver service for 12. Isn't that right, Jensen? And a dining room chair made in 1778.
Let me see. 3 paintings in frames.
Early Picassos?
Huh, that right. What about the stuff that was in the window?
Oh, nothing of real consequence.
Don't forget the other tray of rings, dear. Remember? The Native American baskets and the camera.
One camera?
A very special camera. One of a kind.
Make?
Well, it didn't have a name on it. At least we never could make it out. Foreign lettering, indecipherable.
Probably ancient.
Never saw one like it before. It was here when we bought the shop.
It was imported. Very rare. Very, very rare. At least 100 years old.
Okay, let's see what we got here now. Let's see. Okay, 6 vases, 5 ceramics, a Native American basket, jewelry.
A tray of rings.
All paste.
6 vases of the Ming Dynasty.
I don't know what dynasty they're from, but it ain't Ming's. They're from a rummage sale and they're worth a couple of shucks apiece.
Chester, will you pipe down and let me read the article?
Larceny. Plain no good larceny is what it is. That's nothing but a list for their insurance company. Why, those crooks.
Police theorize that the thieves broke in sometime during the night. Mr. and Mrs. Jensen T. Brown, the proprietors of the antique shop, listed the following additional items as among the goods stolen. A Louis XIV candelabra.
A phony candlestick holder. For Liberace.
2 antique children's chairs.
2 thrift shop chairs for midgets. And a set of U.S. Navy surplus tableware. Plus a chest worth maybe $25 tops.
Hey, listen to this. The paper says there's 3 oil paintings by Picasso.
Yeah, 3 posters in dime store frames. The guy who painted them thinks a Picasso is a foreign sports car.
2 teakwood hand-carved cigarette cases.
All right, knock it off.
Here's something they forgot to put in the paper.
A camera? Big deal.
Well, it looks like an antique.
When I was a kid, you could have bought this in a 5 and dime. But now, I get it as part of a heist. Perfect. The whole haul is worth maybe $50. A fence will give us 10 if we're lucky. I could have shot pool for half an hour and made more.
Aw, come on, Chester. Want to take my picture?
You think that thing works?
Well, let's give it a try.
Even if there's film in it, it'd be so old by now that...
What do you gotta lose? Huh, Chester? Please. Please.
Scene of the crime, a hotel suite that in this instance serves as a den of thieves. The aftermath of a rather minor event to be noted on a police blotter, an insurance claim, perhaps a 3-inch box on page 12 of the evening paper. There's just one small item to be added to the list of loot. A camera. A most unimposing addition to the flotsam and jetsam that came with it. Hardly worth mentioning, really, because cameras are cameras. Some expensive, some available at the corner drugstore. But this camera, this one is unusual. Because in just a moment we'll watch as it injects itself into the destinies of 3 people. For it happens to be a fact that the pictures it takes can only be developed in the Twilight Zone.
And now, back to the Twilight Zone with A Most Unusual Camera, starring Mike Starr with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Please, Chester, take my picture.
Look at this crummy thing. Foreign writing all over it. No place to open it up. Where do you put the film in?
Maybe it's already got film in it.
Yeah, sure. From the Ming Dynasty. And you think it's still good? Come on.
See? You look through the thing on the top here.
Now, this must be the button here.
Wait, let me pose nice.
Hold it, baby. Say cheese.
Ta-da!
Perfect. Fits right in. Everything else for nothing, so we get a camera that's for nothing. You and your curio shops.
My curio shops. You cased the place. You fingered it. You did all the planning.
Oh, listen to Miss Culture over there, the patron of the arts. Never mind hock shop, she says. No, let's go up in life. Let's knock off a curio shop, because curio shops have nothing but objects of art worth a fortune. And who touted me? The art lover over there. 2 weeks of planning, a whole night on the job, and what do we have, Paula? 400 pounds of junk. Yeah?
Room service.
Wait a minute. Room service, huh? I didn't order no room service. It's the law. What are we gonna do? Quick, dump all this stuff out the window.
Hold on, Chester. I called for room service, okay?
You did?
To celebrate our newfound wealth.
What'd you order?
A breakfast for 2 with all the trimmings.
How are we gonna pay for it, Paula? This room is costing me a fortune.
Coming!
Just leave it outside the door.
Oui, monsieur. Very well.
I'm not even hungry. How can I eat at a time like this? Maybe a little coffee is all I need.
Look, Chester.
What's that sticking up out of the camera?
It's the picture. I told you it'd work.
Hey, let me see that.
Well, how do I look?
I don't know. Picture came out fine, just fine, but...
Isn't that nice? You take good pictures, Chester. Well, there I am standing by the window.
Did you get a good look at this?
And so clear. No flash or anything. And look how clear it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me think.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Paula, go over to the mirror.
What?
Go ahead. Now look in the mirror.
You're missing a couple of buttons on your shirt?
Go on. Now look.
We look nice together, don't you think? We ought to get some pictures of the 2 of us.
Will you look?
So? What's to see?
What you wearing?
You like my nightgown, Chet? I got it special for you. I like the way it sort of clings to my body. What do you think?
Right. Now, look at the picture.
So, there I am, standing by the window wearing a
what?
fur coat. Oh!
Yeah, a fur coat, which you don't have. Huh. Looks like mink. One of those Ember Autumn Haze models. Real pricey. Could be sable. Nah, don't think so. It's a mink, all right.
Chester, what am I doing wearing a fur coat? I wasn't wearing a fur coat when you took the picture, was I?
Of course you weren't. I don't have that kind of money.
I don't even own a fur coat. Chester, what is going on?
I got it.
Got what?
It's a gag.
A gag?
A gag camera, strictly for laughs.
What do you mean?
You know, like at Coney Island. Remember? It looks like you're wearing a costume or something.
I don't think so.
Sure. Inside they got these ready-made pictures already developed. But the negatives have already got a picture on them, see? The only thing this takes is the face.
But We ain't in Coney Island.
You know, like a carnival when you pose in front of those crazy cardboard things. You put your head on top of the cutout. Fat lady, sailor, cowboy, driving a car, you name it. And it looks real. That's what this thing is. Not bad. That's kind of clever.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Well, we might as well clear up the rest of this junk.
If you say so. What are we gonna do with it?
Who cares? Stuff it down the garbage chute for all I care. Except for these phony Ming flower pots.
Chester, what'd you do that for? Now we gotta clean it up.
No, we don't. Leave it for room service. We're paying enough.
There's one thing we didn't open yet.
Yeah?
That little chest over there in the corner.
Did it come with a key?
No, you'll have to open it in your own inimitable style.
There ain't a lock ever made I can't, Jimmy. Anybody ever tell you had a lousy disposition?
If I have a lousy disposition, it's because I'm married to a nickel and dime heister who can't tell a real diamond from a baseball diamond.
Baby doll, this suite is costing an arm and a leg. Delivered and paid for by Mrs. Diedrich's son Chester from profits collected during a slew of years when you weren't even in the picture. So happens that I need you like I need a 3-time conviction.
Well, aren't you the clever one? Let's see what's inside. Chester, look!
I'm looking, but I don't believe it.
The most beautiful fur coat I've ever saw. Full length, too.
So we scored something after all.
We sure did. And don't start giving me any of your cheap pizzazz about taking this to a fence.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Don't argue with me either. This is for little old Paula. Oh, look at these, stripes. Different colors, all mushed together. How do they do that?
I think it's called Ember Autumn Haze.
Like the one in the picture.
Right. Exactly like the one in the picture.
Come back to bed.
In a minute.
It's the middle of the night.
Sure is, and I can't sleep.
What are you doing by the window?
Getting some fresh air.
Are you still worried about the camera?
Shut up.
Yeah, you are. You're playing with it, aren't you?
What do you care? Leave the light off. It's hot in here.
It's not hot. We got air conditioning.
What's it to you?
You can't just let it go by, can you?
You want me to forget about it? Is that it?
So it's a crazy camera. So it takes dopey pictures of things that aren't really there.
That's not the point.
Oh, yeah? What is the point?
Sure, it takes dopey pictures. Pictures like things that haven't happened yet, but do happen. That's the point.
So what do we do, Chet? One lousy picture and you get insomnia? It's a camera, that's all. Here, I'll show you.
Did you just take a picture?
There. See any lightning?
What did you take a picture of?
It doesn't matter. The wall, the door. All right, now drop it, why don't you? Let it alone. Forget about it.
How can I forget about it? This thing comes from witches, maybe, or sorcerers. Look at the writing on it. It could be loaded with black magic or something.
And what are you loaded with? Do you see anything? Where is the man with the horns who comes in with a bargain for your soul? He's supposed to show up any time now, right? But he's not here, is he? Listen to me. It's a screwy camera. Period.
Let's see how this one came out.
Well?
Here. You tell me.
It's my brother Woodward, standing by the door.
That's who it is. It's that cheap, no-good brother of yours.
But that's crazy. He's in jail. 7 years for breaking and entering, and that was only a year ago. So it's impossible.
So was the fur coat, right, Paula?
Oh, no. No, Chester. It's throwing us a curve. Maybe it's somebody who looks like Woodward. Chester, I'm scared. Feel my heart. I'm palpitating.
A little palpitating never hurt nobody, and what's to be scared about? The thing has obviously gone tilt or something.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Woodward's not here. Woodward can't possibly be here. Woodward won't be here. Woodward is serving time. He's 900 miles away in a cell block, and I don't care what that crazy camera shows us. Who's ever in that picture ain't Woodward.
What's that?
Shh! Somebody's trying to jimmy the door.
Go see. Please, Chester. But be careful. Woodward.
Hi, Paula. Hello, Chester. I didn't want to wake anybody, so I just, used the old lockpick on the door. Hope you folks don't mind.
Mind? Why would I mind?
But you're in jail, aren't you?
I broke out. Me and another guy. Hid in the laundry truck. Nice, huh? I thought maybe I could stay with you for a few days. If you really don't mind. You don't, do you? I was thinking, maybe if I was around, you two wouldn't fight so much. You still all the time fighting? Hey, what you got in your hand there?
A picture.
Yeah? Let me see. Well, will you look at that? Yep, there I am, standing right by the door. Wearing just what I'm wearing now, too. Same clothes. Ain't science wonderful?
Do you know what you're saying?
Sure I do. I think it's great to be able to get a picture of... Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah?
If I was outside the door...
Uh-huh.
And you was in here...
That's right.
But you already have this picture of me.
Right.
Standing right here. Inside the door.
Yeah, and?
Then... How come?
Sleep well, Woodward?
Yeah. Thanks for letting me use the couch.
Think nothing of it. A growing boy needs his rest.
What are we going to do today, Chester?
I don't know yet. But I got a feeling it's going to have something to do with that camera.
I still don't see how we can use it.
Neither do I. As far as I can see, it's strictly for laughs.
Well, maybe we could sell it. For some big bucks. There's rich people might want something like that.
For what?
Well, I don't know. Find out who's coming to the front door of their office. Like a hidden camera. See who's robbing them blind, in advance.
Try selling them an item like that. They'd throw you out on your duff.
Or some company. They could take it apart and see how it works and make new ones.
No way. You'd never get in the door. They'd say you were off your rocker or burn you at the stake, one or the other.
What do you think, Woodward?
Oh, good call, Paula. Ask the intellectual in the crowd.
We could sell, tickets. Yeah, that's it. Set up a place, a stand somewhere, to take pictures. Like at a carny, right? Or maybe we could, like that.
Thank you, Einstein. Now look, I'm gonna lay it on the line. What are we?
What do you mean?
I asked a question. What are we?
What are we, Chet? You mean us? Well, we're people, I guess.
Sure. But what kind of people? We're 3 minor league heisters, grifters, con artists. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, now we finally got something here that maybe might do good for somebody else.
Like who?
Science. Science could use something like this.
For what?
For people, you lughead. We got something here for humanity.
Who?
Human beings. The world. I'm not so sure we shouldn't just give this to humanity and do something good for the first time in our rotten lives.
You got a leak in your attic? What's humanity ever done for us?
Sure, Paula, sure. That's what I mean. Just what you said.
What'd I say?
That's the way we are. Everything for us, not for anybody else.
Yeah, we're family.
Little, petty, selfish, mean. That's us. Well, I've risen above all that now. I say let's give this to the world. Here, world, a gift from Chester Diedrich.
And his wife.
And me too, Chet. Don't forget me.
Yeah, and Woodward. So here's a gift for humanity. A gesture's all, maybe. Just a gesture. But it shows the heart of Chester Diedrich and his wife and his brother-in-law. How do we... Woodward, do me a favor. Breathe through your nose.
Huh?
Why don't you go watch TV? Isn't there something you want to watch to occupy that brain of yours?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
How do we know the things medical science could do with this? How do we know how valuable this'll be as a scientific discovery? They'll name a building after us. Throw big society balls and charity stuff for us. I can see it now. The Chester Diedrich Foundation for the Eternal something or other.
In the Los Tendros opener, Hotfoot has just won it. Jerry's Flash second, Easter Baby third. This was Hotfoot's second win in 3 days. He paid $24.90, $15.80, and $6.70. We now move into the second race.
Shut that off. I'm making plans.
Oh, sure, Chet. Anything you say.
Oh, where was I?
High society. I can wear my mink coat. Of course, I'll need a couple new dresses and some matching shoes.
Hold on.
Well, maybe just one dress to start with. You know, a real evening gown with...
I got it.
You sure do, Chester. I never would have thought of that.
I got it.
Got what?
I got it. The TV set. Woodward, you're a genius.
I am?
This camera takes pictures of things that happen, but haven't happened yet.
I guess.
Read my lips. It took a picture of Paula with a fur coat. 5 minutes later, she had a fur coat. It took a picture of that door with nobody standing in front of it. And then you were standing in front of it. Follow me?
No.
All right, boys and girls. Now get this. We go to the racetrack, right?
I'm starting to get it.
We take a picture of the winner's board at the track before the race.
I think I get it.
The winner's board before the race.
That's a great idea. But I don't get it.
Hold on now. We take a picture of the winner's board, and then we look at it and... Oh! Chester!
Woodward, are we getting through to you yet? We take a picture of the winner's board. It's empty, see? Because the race hasn't been run yet. But that camera, that little old bugger over there, it takes pictures of things that happen 5 minutes later. So the picture we get will have the winning numbers on the board. We know what horses come in and what they paid.
Now I get it.
Come on, everybody, get your coats. Woody, my boy, grab one of mine. And put on a tie so you can be in disguise.
Oh, Chester, this is so exciting.
That was the first race. We can get there in time for the last 4. How much dough has everybody got?
I got a 20 and a 10.
That's 30.
I know it's 30.
I got 2 10s and 3 20s.
Come on.
Okay, and the old insurance, my $100 bill. That makes 180 and 30. You got anything for the pot, Woodward?
Yeah, I got 10.
$220.
Is that enough?
There's bound to be at least one long shot. Why, we can parlay this into $1 million if we work on it long enough. We can't lose, Paula. We simply can't lose. Come on, everybody ready?
Chester, what about humanity?
Humanity? Like you said, baby, what did humanity ever do for us? Let's get going. Give me the camera.
Let me see. The camera.
You brought it, didn't you?
Right here, Chester. I was just teasing.
I'll brace it on the rail to keep it steady.
Oh, boy, Chet. Oh, boy, you got us an idea here.
My ribs aren't bothering your elbow, are they?
No, not at all.
Then let loose of me. Let me get the picture.
Did you get the board?
I got it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Now what do we do?
Now we wait for the picture to come out.
Don't we have to develop it first? Take it to a drugstore or something?
Oh, for crying out loud.
No, see, it comes out of this little slot on the top.
Yeah? Neat.
Sometimes it takes a little while.
How long? The race is gonna start pretty soon.
All things come to him who waits.
Oh. Which horse do you like?
I don't know which one I like yet. On account of I haven't looked at the picture yet, okay?
Uh-huh. I like the number 5 horse, Tinky Beggar.
It suits you.
Peanuts, hot dogs, get your red hots here.
Over here!
Oh, no. Wait 5 little minutes and you can buy all the hot dogs you want. Right now, everything we have goes on the horse.
Which one?
Well...
Look at it.
6, 3, and 11.
And look what 6 pays. $47.60 to win. Hand me the racing form.
Here you go.
Number 6. Tidy 2, that's number 6. Okay, kids, we bet our money on Tidy 2.
I don't like the looks of that horse. He's walking real slow.
Will you get it through that thick skull of yours? We can't lose. Stay right here, and don't let anything happen to that camera.
What's your bet, sir?
Put it all on number 6. The works.
Number 6 it is. Here's your ticket.
Thanks.
Psst. Hey, Jack.
Get out of my way.
Not number 6. That's Tidy 2. The last jockey that horse had was Paul Revere. But I mean the original Paul Revere. Now, if you really want to make some dough, I got some information in my pocket here. The goods on the last 2 races, and all I need from you is cash. You and me could go partners and really make ourselves a bundle on this.
I got a tip for you. Bet anything but number 6 so you don't lower my odds. See you later, Jack.
Rounding the far turn, it's Tinky Beggar, Sir Midas, Pink Gloves, Bart Jr., Lady Deck. Coming in the stretch, Tidy 2 coming up very fast on the outside. Now in the stretch, Tinky Beggar, Sir Midas, and Tidy 2 is third. Tidy 2 moving up. Tinky Beggar and Tidy 2 neck and neck. It's Tidy 2. It's Tidy 2 all the way.
We did it!
Now, just you feast your eyes on the numbers.
6, 3, and 11. Just like the picture said.
Are we rich yet?
We're getting there, Junior. We're getting there. Now let me set up the camera before the next race. Paula, you two go cash in. Here's the ticket. And don't drop it.
Okay, Chester.
I sure hope you got enough film for that camera of yours.
Why, you know, Woodward, that's a very intelligent comment. Film. I wonder where you go to get film for a camera like this. Oh, but I wouldn't worry about it. Chester will figure it out, I'm sure. Want another glass, Chester?
Not now. I'm on the phone. Yeah? Yeah, but when can I get a delivery on something like that? No. I don't want the black one. It's gotta be yellow with black upholstery. Spoked wheels, Continental kit on the back, dual exhaust, power everything, the works. You got that? Now when can I get a delivery? All right, then order it. No. I'll pay you in cash. Come over with the papers tomorrow morning, we'll settle it then. How much did you say it was? No, I'm not backing out. I was just thinking. Maybe I ought to get 2. Huh? Well, you bring the papers. Fine. So long.
It's the room service waiter. Are you done with your snack, Woodward?
I ate the steak, but I can't finish all the chicken. I guess that'll hold me till dinner, though.
Yes?
I came for the dishes, madame.
Right over there on the coffee table. Can you bring a couple of more bottles of champagne on the way back?
Yes, madame, I can easily do that.
Hey, get your hands off the camera.
Let him look at it. Bet you've never seen anything like that, Pierre.
Mais non. Most unusual, sir.
Isn't it, though? You don't know how unusual.
But what do you do after your 10 pictures? Is there any other way to get more film?
Well, we've only had it for a little while and What did you say?
Yeah, what did you say about 10 pictures?
The inscription on the outside, it says, 10 à le propriétaire. That means 10 to an owner. I presume that means you may only take 10. It's so odd. The lettering is definitely French, but I've never seen a French camera like that. As a matter of fact...
Thanks. Bye.
All right. How many pictures have we taken? There was one of Paula.
Then one of Woodward.
6. We bet 6 races. That means we've taken...
8. We've taken 8 pictures. Chester, there's only 2 left.
10. But how do we know what that means? Some frog waiter tells us it means 10, so right away we think we only got 2 pictures left? How does he know what it means? I bet you we could take as many pictures as we want.
But we don't know. Chester, we can't take any chances.
No, we can't. You know what we should do? We should sell it.
Who rattled your cage? This don't even belong to you. You're strictly for charity, buddy. Now what we should do with it is go back to the track and bet 2 more races with it.
Are you both crazy? What you do with it is hang on to it. Save it for a rainy day.
Careful.
You stop it. You're going to break the camera.
It took a picture. You dropped it and wasted a picture.
I didn't drop it. You did.
Oh, palpitations.
You and your palpitations. Phony palpitations and a stupid brother.
Hey, look. I don't have to take that kind of guff off of you.
All right. Have a drink.
Give me the camera.
What's in the picture?
It's me. It was pointing at me when it went off. And it looks like I'm...
She's screaming.
Let me see that.
Get your hands off. Why is she screaming in the picture, Woodward? I'll tell you why she's screaming. She's screaming because somebody's trying to do something to her loving husband. Some stupid ex-con with an idiotic idea about selling the camera to the highest bidder. And who doesn't care what he has to do to get it? Well, we'll see about that.
Put the knife away. If she's screaming in the picture, it's on account of what some guy must be doing to her loving brother. You better put that knife away, Chester. You put her away, I'll take it and peel your skin off.
Try to take my camera.
Try to cut me, will you?
Stay away from the window! Watch out! Oh, Chester! Chester, my poor darling husband! And Woodward! Woodward, my brother, my flesh! My very own flesh! I'll die! I will simply die! There's nothing left for me now. Except this suitcase full of money. How thoughtful of you, Chester. Well, don't worry about me. I'll muddle through somehow. We have to learn to live with tragedy. Poor Chester and poor Woodward. My heart is simply too full to say any more. May you both rest in peace. Now, where is that camera? Here. One picture left, huh? One more picture to remember you boys. For posterity.
Pardonnez-moi.
Oh, how did you get in here?
I have, how you say, the key. There is something in the way of laundry that I should take, no?
You got the wrong room, Jack. There's no laundry up here. I'm checking out.
There is the matter of dirty laundry. And your 2 friends, they have checked out already? Ah, yes, I see them. Such a pity. Lying down there in the courtyard. So young. One moment full of life, vim, vigor, and the next moment, poof.
What do you think you're doing with that suitcase?
Doing? But, madame, I told you, I'm here for the laundry. I'm, how do you say, cleaning you out.
You're cleaning me out? And while you're doing that, Jack, what do you think I'll be doing? Well, I'll cue you, buddy. I'm gonna be calling the cops.
Cops? You mean the gendarmes? You'll forgive me, but if you call the police, Madame will get herself into, how do you say, one fantastic bind. Dear lady, I know all about you. I did some checking. You, your husband, your brother, you're wanted. So the money is up for grabs.
Why, you little rat.
And as for the police, I advise you to get out while you can. When they see what's in the courtyard down below, they shall be up here sans invitation. Translation, uninvited, if you catch my meaning.
So you walk out of here with the loot, and I get nothing but a big fat goose egg?
At your service. Now, as to the laundry, it may be back on Thursday, or maybe Friday, or maybe never. And the camera. But I am not a hog. I leave the picture with you. Sacre no, this is a picture of the courtyard below.
Well, sure it is. I just took it. And if you don't mind, I think I'll just keep it as a souvenir.
But how can this be? In the picture, there are more than 2 bodies.
More than 2? Then who else is down there?
Watch your step, madame. The broken glass. You will trip and hurt yourself. Yes, there are more than 2 bodies, just as the picture shows. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is impossible. Wait, let me see. Oh, the camera. There it is. I can see it from here. If I lean out a few.
Object known as a camera. Vintage uncertain. Origin unknown. But for the greedy, the avaricious, the fleet of foot, who can run a 4-minute mile so long as they're chasing a fast buck, it appears to be an ally. But appearances are deceiving. It isn't at all what it seems. It's really nothing more than a beckoning come-on for a quick walk around the block in the Twilight Zone.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
A Most Unusual Camera, starring Mike Starr with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Alyssa Fraden, Rich Komanek, Brooke Reed, Christian Stolte, Turk Muller, Roger Wolski, Carl Amari, and Doug James. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Roger Wolski for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now then, to begin.
Recording.
Act 2, Scene 1. We open on a wide valley, the Alps in the background, as a ragtag army of men in brass helmets descend, followed by a bunch of elephants. In the foreground is their leader, Hannibal. Make that a herd of elephants. No, strike that. A thundering herd of elephants. Next shot. I need a drink. I say, I need... Oh. Yes.
Greg?
You have reached the home of Gregory West. At the tone,
Cut it
please
out,
leave.
West. I know you're there. For one thing, you don't have an answering machine. For another, I can hear you sweating.
Hello, Sammy.
You know what day it is? It's Monday. You were supposed to have the script on my desk this afternoon.
Oh, that, yes. My typist is running a little behind schedule.
Your typist?
Well, you know I don't use a typewriter.
So get a word processor or a laptop.
Never. Dictation is the only way. Helps me get the dialogue right.
What's her number?
Who?
Your typist. I'll send a messenger.
Not until I have a chance to look it over. Make any last-minute corrections.
The network wants pages, Greg. They don't have to be perfect.
Just give me a couple of more days.
I can't stall them much longer. They want to shoot Hannibal's animals in the spring.
They doubt me?
They doubt their own grandmother if they had her under contract. They've got a lot riding on this.
Well, you tell them I'm not some Hollywood hack. I'm a legitimate writer. They're lucky to have my services.
And you're lucky to have a six-figure deal. This isn't Broadway, it's TV. And you've got a mortgage to pay off.
I'm aware of that, Sammy. Oh, I shouldn't have answered the phone. The one time I do, is it Harold Prince? Is it the Theatre Guild? No, it's my agent with dialogue out of a Bud Schulberg novel.
Bud who?
Look, the script will be ready when it's ready. Do they want it fast or do they want it good? Ask them that, would you please?
They want it tomorrow. That's what they want. I'm telling you.
Bye, Sammy. We'll talk in the morning. Oh, my. Now I do need that drink. Mary? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, darling?
Ah, there you are. I was wondering
Scotch and water?
How did you guess?
I think I know you by now. Relax, Gregory. You deserve a break.
How right you are.
Sit on the couch. I'll massage your temples before you go back to work.
Ah, what a fine idea.
Is the drink all right?
Perfect. As always.
There. Now close your eyes. Doesn't that feel better?
I swear, Mary, you have, magic fingertips.
The least I can do for such a talented man. That brain of yours must get overheated, working hour after hour, morning till night.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, yes, you could. You're a genius with words.
I know. Oh, Mary, Mary.
Yes, Gregory?
Hold me.
It would be an honor. Who's that? Outside the window, I thought I saw...
No.
Gregory!
Not Victoria.
Gregory?
She can't be home yet.
Gregory! How dare you!
The home office of Mr. Gregory West, noted playwright, and now a resident of the Hollywood Hills. A quiet, thoughtful man, even a bit shy, and at the moment very happy, despite the fact that he is over deadline. His latest project? A script assignment taken to ensure that his household remains secure, despite the occasional fickleness of drama critics. The other ingredients of that household? There's Mary, warm, affectionate, devoted, the ideal companion for someone who values peace of mind. And the final ingredient, Mrs. Gregory West. In a moment, she's going to learn the secret of her husband's success. A method of creative writing taught only in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, A World of His Own, starring Charles Shaughnessy, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Gregory! Oh!
Is she gone?
Yeah, for the moment. Are you cold?
What?
The air, it's chilly this evening.
It was.
Shall I light the fire?
Not if you're with me.
You're so lovely.
Oh, Gregory.
Don't worry just yet. Oh, Mary.
Gregory! Unlock this door immediately.
I'm sorry.
Greg, not again.
I have to, Mary.
But why?
You don't know what she's capable of.
I know you have a woman in there. Open up.
No, Greg.
What else can I do?
I warn you, Gregory.
Oh, my.
Are you so frightened of her?
She can make my life miserable if she chooses.
All right, then. If you must.
Do you hear me, Gregory? Are you deaf?
Be right there.
Don't think you can hide her from me.
What's that, dear?
Don't think you can let her out the window either. Gregory!
Ah, I thought that was you.
Where is she?
Who, my dear?
Not behind the drapes.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Under the desk?
What are you going on about, Victoria?
You know perfectly well. I suppose you let her out the window.
But the window doesn't open, remember?
Then where?
Who?
You little worm, you know who. What have you done with her? Where did she go? Where?
Please, stop. My glasses.
A cozy fire. Your smoking jacket.
Oh, only because it's comfortable. You know I don't smoke.
Of course you don't. In order to smoke, you'd have to heat up. And you've never risen above room temperature.
Sit down. Let's talk this over.
Have you installed a secret door in here?
No, dear. The stud is as it's always been, a place of seclusion for my work.
For your work. For monkey business, you mean? What are you doing?
I'm arranging my notes.
Notes? Those are tapes.
Well, you know I prefer to dictate, dear.
I'm not your dear anymore, you libertine.
Who's a libertine?
You intend to stand there and deny it.
Deny what?
That you had a woman in here.
Victoria, I never meant
Liar. Cheat. Fraud.
Victoria!
If you force me to do it, Gregory, I'll have this room torn down. Panel by panel, board by board.
Why?
Don't toy with me.
Who's toying?
Then you must think I'm handicapped.
What?
Lacking in all my faculties. The vital functions, like sight. You think I'm blind?
Of course I don't.
Then how can you refuse to admit it? I stood outside that window and saw the two of you on that sofa there. Don't. Zip it. Shall I describe her to you, Gregory? Her brown hair, the simple black dress, the pearl necklace, how she handed you the drink. If I'm not mistaken, this drink right here.
I don't recall who made that.
You don't? Your private bartender, maybe? In our own home, Gregory. Our own home. That drab, ugly little creature.
She's not.
Aha!
How was your day, dear? You, went to a movie, didn't you? Was it a good one? Apparently not. Oh, well, they can't all be works of art.
Didn't expect me home so soon, did you? Thought I'd go out to dinner afterwards.
I didn't say that.
I've had my eye on you for some time now.
Oh, how flattering.
You thought you fooled me, didn't you?
Why, no.
You know you can't lie to me. You thought I'd never suspect the real reason you kept sending me away from the house. Have to be alone to work. The famous playwright. Famous philanderer is more like it.
You do me an injustice.
Oh, do I? All right. Out with it. Who is she?
Victoria. Dear.
Don't you dear me.
Ow!
And don't touch me.
At least try to understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
But you don't.
Why don't you enlighten me then?
There's no other woman in my life.
There certainly isn't. Not anymore. Because you don't have a life.
How can I explain it to you?
That's the question of the evening. How? Well, I'm waiting. I'm a very patient person. I'm not going anywhere. Go ahead. Take your time. Choose your words carefully. Because I intend to report each and every one of them to my lawyer.
No, that won't be necessary.
I'll be the judge of that.
Victoria. All right, then. You recall my play, The Fury of Night, Do you? The one that made my reputation? It won a Tony Award? Then there was interest from Hollywood, and we moved out here.
I'm listening. What about it?
Well, you remember the character of Philip Wainwright. He was the first character that I was ever really successful with. The critics said he lived on stage, not a collection of mannerisms. He breathed,
What's her name?
What?
Her name. What do you call her? Fifi? Foofy? Or do you just call her whenever you feel like it?
Mary, but...
Mary! How common.
She's not common.
Oh, you mean she has hidden talents? I'll bet. Does she cater to your every need? Drain off your tensions before they have a chance to build up?
Victoria, don't. I'm trying to explain.
Then go ahead. I'm all ears.
All right. You know I've spoken many times of how fictional characters seem to come to life for me. Such vivid life that they begin to determine their own actions. As the author, I may have some particular lines and moves planned for them, but they simply won't do it. They become so strong that they begin to take over the story.
I'm not interested in a lecture on writing. You artistic types are all alike, full of mumbo-jumbo about feelings and moonbeams. It's all smoke and mirrors. A cover, a front for self-indulgence, wish fulfillment, laziness. I don't know what you'd do if you had a real job to go to. If your delicate sensibilities could stand up
Victoria, I'm asking you to bear with me.
Bear? I've borne you too long. And now it's over. Finny, kaput. 10-4, over and out. Wave bye-bye, mark it and strike it.
But this is important. Philip Wainwright. He was the first one of my characters ever to behave like this.
Like what? Like you? With a complete lack of morals? With duplicitousness?
Duplicity?
What?
The word is duplicity.
Is it? Well, I've got a word for you.
Look, I must finish this, so please don't interrupt. Now, no matter what I tried to make him do in the service of the story, he balked. Flatly refused to take direction. Wouldn't accept my choices any longer.
This is ridiculous.
He was real. Alive, do you hear? Alive. With a will all his own.
We're off the subject.
No, we're not. This is the subject. Philip Wainwright was alive. So much so that one night while I was working right here in my office, he came walking in through the door.
My God. You're delusional.
Victoria, believe me, he did. He walked right in and took a chair in front of the fireplace. A real flesh and blood man. Not just words anymore. And I had created him. What are you doing?
I think psychiatry is next on the agenda.
No, put the phone down. I'm telling you the truth, Victoria. Characters from my plays began to come to life. I saw them. I talked with them. I shook their hands.
And made love to them?
Yes! No, I mean no!
You want me to put the phone down? How's this? Right on your fingers.
Ow!
Get out of my way.
Look, hear me out. You know how I work, how I dictate my dialogue and descriptions into the tape recorder.
The lazy man's way to riches.
I can describe any character at all into it, and And now, if I do it well enough, truly enough, the character will come to life. Real life, Victoria.
Listen to yourself.
They don't even have to be characters in my scripts anymore. They can be any kind of characters I want.
You belong in an asylum.
You told me that you saw Mary in here, didn't you?
Oh, I saw her.
Then how did she leave?
I don't know. But I trust my own eyes before I trust you.
Well, think about it. She didn't use the window. And you know very well that there's no secret door in here.
The magician reveals the tricks of the trade.
I'll tell you how she left. Because I want you to understand. Look in the fireplace.
The what?
The grating. Go ahead, look.
I'm supposed to believe that she went up the chimney?
Well, in a sense, but not the way you mean. Here, I'll show you. See this? What is it?
A melted cassette tape. Is that what you do with your so-called notes? Burn them?
Only on occasion. When I have to get rid of something in a hurry, or someone. The tape I had recorded her on, I threw it into the fire just before you entered the study, and she was gone. Poof! Just like that. Uncreated. Look, if you'll come over here, you can see what...
I've heard enough.
Wait!
I'm leaving.
I'm telling you the truth.
Get out of my way.
Where are you going?
I'm going to have you committed.
Look, you've got to believe me, Victoria.
What do you think you're doing?
Trying to save our marriage.
By locking the door? Don't waste your time.
It's so simple. Look, I could describe a cat or a dog or any kind of character you wanted, but I assume you'd rather see Mary. Besides, I've created her so often that she's readily available.
Oh, is she? Give me that key.
No, not yet.
Recording.
Her name is Mary. She's 36, 5'3" tall, simply built, brown hair, fair complexion.
The key.
On the surface,
now.
A plain, quite ordinary female, yet with that quality of inner loveliness which gives her woman real beauty.
If you won't give it to me, I'll take
tender,
it.
A gentle woman, an understanding woman. As she wears a simple black dress, a single strand of pearls at her throat.
I'm warning
very
you.
Very little makeup, her hair arranged simply.
There.
She's coming up the front walk now. She's crossing the porch. She's opening the front door.
Greg, someone's in the house.
Closing it. Walking down the hall.
Who?
Good evening, Mrs. West.
Well?
She's real. How did you do that?
Do what?
Bring her here. On cue.
Don't you understand? I described her on the tape. You heard me.
But why, Greg? Why do you bring me here now?
Because... it's a bit tricky to explain.
Try.
Come in, Mary.
Thank you. I'd love to.
She asked you a question.
I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Give me a moment, Mary.
You do know each other.
Oh, yes. Your husband's a wonderful man.
What do you want here?
There's nothing to be afraid of, Mrs. West. I'm here because it's Gregory's wish. It's not mine to doubt him.
Doubt him? You mean you don't?
I'm sure he has his reasons.
There. See? Well, Victoria? Do you believe me now?
This is some kind of plot. You did let her out of here through a secret door somewhere. Behind the bookcase? I'll find it. Then you tell me some fool story about characters who come to life and walk around as big as you please.
It's not a plot, I assure you.
Not a very clever one, that's obvious. You lock the door and pretend to make her real. and she slips around from the backyard and comes in through the front door and tries to make me think she's...
No, that's not what happened.
Not at all. I swear.
You're trying to drive me insane. You want to have me committed.
I only did it because you said you were gonna have me committed.
Oh, no. You want to get rid of me so you'll have our property all to yourself. So you can share it with this...
Nothing of the kind. I only wanted to show you. Yeah? It's a demonstration.
Greg?
What is it?
Is that why you brought me here? Not because you wanted to see me, but only to show her?
Mary, try to understand.
I am trying. Only...
Victoria's my wife.
Not anymore. Not after this diabolic conspiracy.
Oh, come on, Victoria. Can't I do anything right?
That's something I've been wondering for years.
You haven't answered me, Greg.
Answered what?
Is that all I am to you? A parlor trick? Something to show off?
Go ahead. Lie some more.
Victoria, do you honestly believe that?
Yes. And that's the only thing I believe. I hope you two are very happy together.
Here we go again.
Don't leave because of me.
I wouldn't think of it. I'm leaving because of me.
Victoria, please.
Let go of me, monster.
Very well.
I'll claim false imprisonment.
In your own house?
What are you going to do now?
Oh, you'll see.
I'll scream. I will.
What for? No need.
Is that my tape?
It is.
And you're going to...
There's no way around it.
Craig, why do you do this to me?
I'm sorry, Mary, but what else can I do?
But again? I just got here.
I have no choice.
That's all you ever say. Don't you think I'm nice enough?
Oh, that isn't it at all.
Not loyal? Not interested in your work? Not sensitive to your needs? Not giving enough?
No, quite the contrary.
If you're going to be cruel to her, don't do it because of me.
No, of course not. Wouldn't believe me. Oh, no. Had to make me prove it. Make me force poor Mary to... Oh, Victoria. Sometimes I wonder. A man has feelings. Feelings that get turned into thoughts, and then into words. And those words go onto paper, and eventually they live, and breathe, and walk, and talk, and strut upon the stage in their petty pace for a paying audience. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Not even after living with me for so many years. I really don't want to do this.
If you do, don't bring me back again, Greg.
Mary.
Just don't. I can't stand it any longer.
You're a part of me. You know that, don't you? I'm not speaking figuratively. I give you my word when I say, this hurts me more than it hurts you. I'm so sorry, Mary, but she is my wife.
I understand. I suppose. Greg, I feel so strange. What's happening to me? Help me. Greg, help me.
Please. Greg. I feel so strong.
What happened to her?
She's burning brightly.
Where is she?
I've told you.
But where?
Oh, don't you believe me yet, Victoria?
Where did she go?
I uncreated her.
No! That poor woman.
Come here. It's all right, dear.
But...
Shush. Hold on to me if you like.
What have you done?
It won't happen anymore, I promise you. I'll never do it again. I never would have done it in the first place if I hadn't been so lonely. It's just that you're so perfect, Victoria, in so many ways. So impeccable, so flawless. You make me feel inferior.
Really, Gregory? I can't help what I am.
Well, maybe not, but that's why I created Mary. I didn't do it to insult you. I just wanted a little company, that's all. Someone who wouldn't judge me and find me wanting. Someone I could talk to, someone I could feel comfortable with, instead of like a worm. You do understand, don't you? This has been a small sacrifice for me, and a giant step for the institution of marriage.
What are you doing now?
What else can I do? Return to work. Burn the midnight oil. And all for a paycheck to maintain the lifestyle you so richly deserve. Another tape, another dollar. We'll work it out, Victoria. You'll see. Somehow we'll work it out. Realize that I'm inadequate compared to you, and at least in some ways it's my fault. I should have been a pair of claws scuttling across a... Victoria? What do you have there?
Got your keys out of your pocket.
Well, but I thought...
Don't try to stop me.
Well, where are you going?
To the nearest lawyer.
What?
I'm going to have you put away for the rest of your unnatural life. Away from tape recorders. I'm going to live in this house alone from now on. In peace. Free of your diseased mind.
No, Victoria.
Yes, Victoria.
Wait! No, wait! I can't let her go. I can't. I have to stop her. But how?
Recording.
A giant red-eyed elephant is standing just inside my front door, and he's mad. He isn't going to let her pass. Something the matter, dear?
Get that elephant out of my home!
Will you stay?
Yes.
What did you say?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Very well.
Hurry.
Just a moment.
Gregory!
Yes.
I can't hold the door. He's drunk. He's grabbing my hair.
Another second or two. There.
You're mad.
You shouldn't have said those things, Victoria.
What things?
You'll stay now?
You think you can keep me here?
You don't want me to do it again, do you? How about a herd this time?
No.
It's just a simple matter of recording on another tape. Well, I have plenty.
I said no. I'll stay for now, Gregory.
Good.
But I can't promise for how long.
No?
You think I can live with a madman?
I don't know, can you?
Oh, Gregory. Doesn't have to be this way.
Oh, you're so right.
When we met, you were a struggling playwright. Then you had a play off Broadway. I was so proud. It moved to off-Broadway, then to the Great White Way, and the reviews. I was so proud.
We were happy then, weren't we?
Ecstatic. We were a team. Onward and upward. There was no stopping you. No stopping us.
I remember.
And then the next play, and the next. It was like a dream.
Yes.
I could sit up all night, listening to you talk about your writing, reading me scenes out loud, and it was wonderful. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Neither would I.
But then, something happened. I'm not sure how or when. You began withdrawing from me, living in your head. You shut me out, Gregory. I thought when we moved here we'd be close again. But the deadlines, the pages, you didn't have time for me anymore. You didn't have time for a wife.
Well, I'm truly sorry for that, Victoria. But I think we can salvage it, don't you? Start fresh, as soon as I finish the script.
And will we move back to New York?
Well, I don't see how we can afford to. Broadway isn't what it used to be. Nothing but revivals and musicals now. This is where the money is. Our future is here.
What future?
Well, if Hannibal's Animals gets good numbers, I'll be flooded with offers. But what I really want to do is produce. Sammy says that's where the real money is. We'll form a production company, get some pilots going, and, well, by this time next year, we should be sitting pretty. We'll move to a bigger house with a pool, and I'll have every room wired for sound with hidden recorders. That way I can dictate no matter where I am. And after a while, I won't have to write at all. My characters will do the work for me. I'll straighten their collars, wash behind their ears, and send them out into the world to make me famous. Can you see the future, Victoria? Can you?
Thank you, Gregory.
For what?
I can see the future. What it would be like with you. And now I know I was right. You are insane.
Oh, come now.
The first chance I get, I'll have you in a padded cell. Believe it, Gregory.
I do. Well, I guess that's it.
How long have you had a safe in the wall?
This one? Well, only since we moved here. Before that, I had a safe deposit box. From the time we were married.
What's in the envelope?
Oh, see for yourself.
It has my name written on it. Victoria West.
That's right.
What's this supposed to mean?
I'll show you.
A cassette tape.
Your tape.
What do you mean, my tape?
Shall I put it back for safekeeping, Victoria? Or shall I burn it? Which will it be?
You wouldn't.
The choice is yours.
You want me to believe...
Oh, I'm telling you, Victoria. As if I had to. Well, look at yourself. Regal, beautiful. You could have had any man you wanted. Haven't you ever wondered how you got stuck with me?
That's absurd. I know who I am. I have a lifetime of memories.
Oh, I know you do. I gave them to you myself. It's all here on the tape. Didn't I just tell you you're impeccable? Flawless? Exactly the sort of wife that I used to think I wanted more than anything else in the world.
This is another of your tricks.
Why do you suppose I was so upset when you came back before? No, not because of Mary, but because it was the first time you'd ever come back against my will. The first time...
Do you think you're frightening me?
No. No, I guess not. You're beyond that, aren't you? I made you too strong. I forgot to give you human frailty. Well, I guess I deserve it. It's what I asked for. I'll put it back in the safe.
Give me that.
Oh, you want to be careful, Victoria. Very, very careful.
You tedious little bore. How could I ever have believed I loved you? Here's what I think of your childish trick.
Victoria! Do you know what you've done?
I feel strange.
Well, I'm sure you do. It's too late. I can't pull it out of the fire.
I think I'd like to lie down. You don't mean to tell me it's true. No. No, it can't be true. No. Gregory.
Victoria. Oh. I told her. I told her. Oh, why wouldn't she listen to me?
Recording.
Her name is Victoria West. She... Better to leave well enough alone.
Recording.
Her name is Mary. Mrs. Mary West. She's 36, 5 foot 3 inches tall, slimly built, brown hair, fair complexion. On the surface, a plain, quite ordinary female, yet with that quality of inner loveliness which gives a woman real beauty. A tender, gentle woman. Just now she's coming into her husband's study.
Hello, Gregory.
There you are.
What do you have, darling?
Oh, nothing really. A tape recorder. One of the tools of my trade.
Will you show me how it works someday?
Oh, I don't think it would interest you. Oh, it's of no importance. Nah, no importance at all.
Is the drink all right?
Perfect. As always.
Oh, Gregory.
Mr. Gregory West, still shy, quiet, very happy, and apparently in complete control of the Twilight Zone.
A World of His Own, starring Charles Shaughnessy with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Richard Matheson. Heard in the cast were Linda Ryder, Alyssa Fraden, and Doug James. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises and the Rod Serling Estate for making this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group. Sound design and custom Foley effects for The Twilight Zone by Cerny American Creatives Bob Benson, Craig Lee, Michael Slaybach, and Matt Sorrow. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to contact us, visit our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. Doug James speaking.